Hey you guys, it is the morning after the day before day one rehearsals at Eurovision 2025. Today, Sunday morning, the EBU have released 3 photos of every act that performed yesterday. So we're gonna play some Eurovision's Next Top Model. We are gonna rate these clothes and ask whether they were the artist. Should we talk about it?
Let's do this!
Alright, we're gonna kick this off with Ukraine Ziferblat. I love these colors, Suzanne. Here in photo 1, the pink and blue, the motion. This is how you think about every frame. When you're modeling, when you're serving, you have to think about every frame, and they've done that in picture 1.
I love the brightness of the colors. I love the blocky 70s disco boots. I'm looking at this dress with like the sheer sequins at the bottom. It's 70s fun.
Yeah, and we talked about this yesterday, but the men, the flared trousers have a Vietnamese Alma vibe, right? This is really trans-global,
Well,
like
should we talk about
pan-global.
what an Alma is first, so that everyone knows who's not Vietnamese like we are?
Yeah, traditional costume, just Google it, but you'll see that the shape
Okay, so it's
of
like
the
a dress
trousers.
with pants underneath, often slit to the side.
Beautiful colors. Photo 2, we see the black heart on the singer. That pink really contrasts beautifully with his blonde hair, giving us sort of high fashion Parisian runway. And in photo 3, again, you see the wide flare. I like how it's crimping down the side, a very, very detailed look in motion.
Look, there's like velvet on the sleeves, giving it some texture also.
What do you think of this belt, this studded belt? I don't think that's for day wear. I think that's for stage wear, and it looks great. It's really going to catch the light. Cool. Any other thoughts on Ukraine?
Bright, shiny, happy.
Yeah, love it against the pink backdrop. We move on to Sweden, Bara, bada, bastu. This first image is giving us laser rave in the forest. So much green and pink. They've really elevated that forest rave and made it pop on this bigger stage.
So the suits are very much the same, and I don't remember this from the
Melodifestivalen.
Thank you very much. But it's almost as though the towels are now a dress versus being towels, and it feels like they were really towels for Melodifestivalen. Maybe I'm completely wrong.
Oh, you're
Am I
seeing
wrong?
the white spaghetti strap
Yeah.
when you zoom in. Oh, I see. Yes, very nice stage innovation. Moving on to photo 2, we're back to the classic forest scene, the classic sauna. Love the birch wood. And then in photo 3, these silhouettes. That is gorgeous. I love how the birch leaves, whatever the leaves are, the branches really pop out with that backlighting. Do you like the silhouette effect?
Yes, it seems somewhat elevated from Melodifestivalen, but also very similar at the same time.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do, right? Sweden's very good at copying and pasting. They don't have to stress out as much as some of the other countries. This was already stage ready. I like the fire. The fire adds a warmth to this runway. All right, we move on. Iceland vibe. First photo, you see that they're going for the sea shanty vibe, right? We have a literal boat on stage, we have the life preserver, and we have the boys basically wearing what they wore in Iceland, but then we have their backing dancers wearing dungarees with nautical themes on their turtlenecks. Palm trees, steering wheels. You don't seem moved.
I've said from the beginning that I do not love this astronaut nautical combination with all of the silver. However, I was just thinking back to my trip to Iceland, and you know when you go down to the water and you've got that one silver structure that's, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's this, actually, I could find an image of it, but it's this one big, beautiful silver structure. And I wonder if that has any influence on all of this silver.
Oh, potentially. I think they're just trying to be eye-catching, and they are. Photo 2, we have a fire background, sort of, I don't want to say dragons breathing fire, but it's red, it's volcanic, that's the word. This is volcanic.
Like Volcano Man.
Yes, indeed, land of fire and ice. And I think this picture looks fantastic. You can see that each of them are really going for it. The dancer in the middle with her shades, she is roaring. She is roaring for Iceland. Look, we knew what we were going to get with this act. I imagine there'll be fantastic pyro, but I think it looks Oh, and photo 3, look. Oh,
see here.
Oh, please show. Let's hold it. It might be copyrighted, so actually don't show it.
No, it's not. It's my picture that I took in Reykjavik.
Oh, Skúlgaverfi.
Yeah.
Skúlgaverfi.
And it's
Oh, it's like a Viking ship almost.
Yes, it's like a silver Viking ship.
Gorgeous.
And I could have sworn that I actually anyway.
But photo.
Oh, it's called the Sun Voyager.
Ah, well, they are voyaging to the sun. I love this third photo with all the plumes of smoke. This, again, looks like it did in Iceland, but it looks quite nice. It fits the vibe. Here, I don't get sea shanty at all. This image, to me, does not say anything about the sea, so it looks like the theme isn't constant throughout.
I mean, there is fog sometimes when you're out at sea.
Oh, that's true. It is very Space Explorer, which I like, because when you go to Iceland, it's almost like landing on the moon. You know what I mean? It's like such a unique landscape. You know, you've got the volcanic fields, you've got, pink sand. You're like, am I in a fiction book? Was this written, by some sci-fi person? But anyway, I think it looks great. So they are working age-appropriate fashion. Shall we move on?
Yeah, let's move on.
Next up is Estonia, Tommy Cash, and oh my goodness. We've got a massive plane in the background. The plane says Tommy Cash, and we have... Are those cutouts? I know, it looks like they're cutouts, the photo, like they're outlined in white on Canva, but that's just the backlighting.
Well, he needs those espresso macchiatos to keep his restaurant running to pay for that plane.
Indeed. This is exactly, visually, in terms of the costumes, what we saw at Esti Lau.
Except for the longer tie.
Yeah, the tie is floor sweeping almost. It goes past the reproductive area towards the knee. You could say it's a thigh skimming tie. Second photo, silhouette, holding his espresso macchiato. And I quite like the red, how he contrasts. There's a sense of drama there. Red is for love, red is for passion, red can be for rage, red is on the Italian flag, red is when you want to attract a bull, and here we see...
Peppers are red, beets are red.
Absolutely, and his silhouette is black against the red. The only thing illuminated is what? The espresso macchiato.
I just love how... there's something about his personality in this video that's very staccato. Do you know what I mean? I can't explain what I mean, but it's very staccato. It's like every movement is pointed.
Very deliberate, very controlled.
Okay, so I don't know much about
photo.
Tommy Cash. I have a question. The plane says Tommy Cash. The cup says Tommy Cash, kind of like it's mandatory at Starbucks now. I wonder how often he goes to Starbucks and actually gets his cup back that says Tommy Cash. But anyway... Is he like all about himself? Like, what's up with all the Tommy Cash stuff? Is like Tommy Cash all about Tommy Cash?
So Tommy Cash is a star, and I think part of Tommy Cash's shtick is that he lives the life of a star.
Okay.
Like, that's the vibe I get. I don't know much about his backstory, but he's owning this branding and this concept, and it's consistent. So you could say it's all me, but that's probably part of the character.
Well, it's also fun.
Yeah, it works. Like, when you see that writing, it's who?
Tommy Cash.
And I must say, I love these photos. Who took these photos? It was either Alma or Corinne from the EBU photography team. I love these photos of Tommy Cash. The silhouettes are just, it really pops. All right, we move on. Poland, Justyna. Now, this is just absolutely gorgeous. I love the orange light. My fear from the national selection was that it was a bit too dark, but we see here they've added light. So now the dancers and Justyna really pop out. That orange background.
I also love the pop of green on the outfits themselves.
Absolutely. Sticking with photo 1 though, just for the edit. That's okay. I like how everyone is bathed in a golden hue. And when you zoom in, you do see the green that you're talking about. It's sort of... We've climbed out of the swamp, so we have both mud and algae on our body, and we're still slaying. That is nature, because she is Mother Earth. So obviously bringing in these natural elements makes a lot of sense.
And all life comes from the belly, and look at the way that they are rather protecting her at her core.
Oh, Mother Earth Center giving us life. I really like that. I gotta say, the backing dancers, this is an example where the backing dancers look just as good as the main event. Sometimes backing dancers get short shrift, right? It's like, okay, then the rest of y'all. But this is Earth, right? Earth has many components, and I think the fashion brings it together.
He's very gladiator-esque.
Are you talking about the one...
He, not she. Oh my gosh, he.
Well, both of them, indeed.
The man on the bottom who's like protecting the belly is who I was talking about in particular.
But notice how they're all serving face. Mm-hmm. Every single one of them found the camera.
Very fierce.
We move on to photo 2, and we see, okay, wow, so Justyna is being lifted into the air or lowered from the air, keeping her body tight, keeping her body right. In order to do that while singing, you really have to have a strong core, don't you?
I'm so impressed with how it really looks like there's water on that stage.
The LED floor really transforms this. Because my issue as national selection was you were like, okay, woman on rope, but now the camera angles and the LED floor, you're going to think she's being lowered into water. You're going to think she's being lifted into the heavens in a more magical way. Like, you needed budget and stage for this. And there are very few stages in the world where you can have these effects, but you can have them at the Eurovision Song Contest. This is great. These are actually the best photos so far, I think, that we've seen. And, I like that the dancers have, what are those, flags? Capes? The dancers are holding sort of black, I guess they look like dream catchers.
Well, no, it looks like the fan you would fan yourself with.
Point of story is, there's dynamism.
But is it part of their outfit?
Right. It does look like a fan.
It's kind of part of, it's like there's a fan built into the veil.
And this final photo, wow. Giving us wind for days. That is a wind machine. The hair is in motion. Again, if you're only going to get 3 stills...
These are great.
These are great stills.
But now we've gone into...
They were thinking of every frame.
Universe.
Yeah, we've left. Mother Earth is, of course, just one part of the universe. Check out those Hubble telescope images, girl.
Think about your doppelgangers. Gosh, what year was it? We had My Heritage doppelgangers. But think about doppelgangers and how they say that in every universe you have a twin. Anyway.
Well, if they've got twins, send them our way, because they are serving fierce.
What are they serving? Okay,
fierce. We move on to Portugal, Napa. Now, this was very simple at the national selection, and they've kept the simplicity, I would say, but they've done it in a really beautiful way. Gone is the woman in the background walking on the screen, and instead we have a beautiful blue sky. I love the blue sky with that strip of yellow, and their outfits, in a similar vein to Ziferblat, contrast nicely with the background while still offering color.
Are they wearing pale pink, or is that just the lighting?
I'm seeing purple, I'm seeing, is that salmon or white? I don't know. And then I'm seeing reddish.
There's got to be something about the lighting that turns it all pale pink. Ah.
Oh, and you know what? They can each take the light. Having these nice solid colors, they can take the light. Photo number 2, we see there is some detailing on the lead singer's outfit. Bit of a scribble, bit of a line. And then, raising the left leg, elevating, showing us stretch. Now, you have taught yoga and Pilates. Tell us, are you impressed by the flexibility?
The flexibility, the balance. I mean, yeah, I am.
Life is all about balance, and Napa is showing us that. Deslocado, yes, but his leg ain't dislocated. He is holding it at a perfect right angle.
That takes some serious quad strength to do what he's doing.
Yes. We move on. The last set of photos come from Slovenia. This is Klemen. Now, this song is very sober, very heartfelt, very emotional. And I think that this outfit is the right choice. It is black, it is pared back, but there's just enough sparkle so that it stands out.
Well, yesterday we questioned whether or not the outfit was actually going to pop against the background. And I like it against this background. Like, it does pop against the background. It's black, it's shimmery, the background is, reddish and rose goldish?
Like brassy almost. Brassy
Orangish.
golden brown. And
I'm going with a rose gold effect.
rose gold, that's nice. Yeah, very on trend with furniture.
And rose gold. No, actually, right now, rose gold happens to be the hottest color of gold in the marketplace.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you think about it already hitting like over $3,000, and it's estimated to go up to $6,000 by 2027. $1,000 per ounce of gold. Anyway, rose gold.
But
so this is a very rich background.
Isn't it interesting how the kind of big dots, the sparkles, are in a way mirrored on his outfit, which also shimmers with these, I don't want to say dandruff. Well, what do you call those?
Dandruff? Sequins, boy.
Sequins.
They are not dandruff.
Are those sequins? All I know is they reflect the light beautifully. And Klemen's makeup game is on point. His makeup game is on point. Those cheeks are looking rosy. Reflecting the light. Yeah, no, this is nice. Look, he wasn't going to come out with smoke flaming from his chest, was he? Or he wasn't going to have feathers.
That's not what the song is about.
Exactly. So paired
It's got to be more subtle.
It's paired back with a little glam. Now, Suzanne, we have to make a decision. We each have to choose our top 3 costumes of the day. Or should we do it instead, not on the costume, more about the photos? But then we're judging the photos as opposed to the act. How should we rate these?
I'll let you decide while I decide what my top 3 are.
Okay, your favorite set of photos. Let's go that way, and you can justify it anyway. Let's start with our number 3. Have you decided?
My number 3 is Ukraine.
Can I also say my number 3 is also Ukraine?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Copycat.
No, I'm not copying. I just love that mix of colors, the pink and blue. You'll notice a lot during Eurovision week, I will be wearing those 2 colors. I think they
Because he always wears those 2 colors.
But anyway, they smack of spring. Spring is here, and their song Bird of Prey, finding a home, renewal, rebirth, it's very spring. Who is your number 2?
Well, spring is here, but Lord, it's kind of chilly here in Lisbon, and it's going to be chilly in Basel. So I don't know that my number 2 is so much about the attire as it is the presence. My number 2 is Tommy Cash. I'm just loving Tommy Cash. Now, Tommy Cash is not my crush this year. I think if I had a crush, it would probably be a girl crush, and it might at this point be Justyna. But my number 2 is Tommy Cash because of his presence and that just those pointed moments where you capture him posed in those staccato-like moments.
Beautiful silhouettes. Love that.
Yeah.
My number 2 in terms of photos, it's Sweden. I just love the contrast here of darkness, people holding the branches, the silhouettes, gorgeous, and then the crazy laser rave. You see in these 3 photos a story. They're listed in reverse. You go from party to the darkness. But that journey, that's going to help Sweden. It keeps it dynamic. Beautiful photos. And I have a feeling we have the same number 1. What's your number 1?
Poland!
My number 1 is also Poland. That opening shot where they are all touching her and you see the word Gaja, that's just beautiful. That's a beautiful photo.
You know, and I've not done shared my, ranking yet.
Don't reveal
We're going
yet.
to try to do it today, but I did share yesterday that Poland was kind of at the bottom for me. I'm going to go back, though, to 2021 when Måneskin, they were like, I don't know, they were like 10th up from the bottom. Maybe they were my 14th, I don't know. But I didn't want them to win. I didn't like them. And then in the end, because of their staging, because of their dynamicism, because of how they performed so well as a team together, I really fell in love with Måneskin. And as I look at this, I feel like this staging is going to be OMG wow. And there really is so much to it. I think Poland, for the first time, this would be my 8th Eurovision had 2021 actually happened. Poland may be in my top 5 based on what I'm seeing right here. And that says a lot because normally they're, oh my God. Normally they're...
Oh, sorry.
Is that Freddie?
This is Instagram, no.
Normally they're... Good looking man. Anyway, normally they are not top on my list, but Justyna and her group here, wow.
And I've got to say, group is an important word. Every single one of those people on stage looks the part. Mm-hmm. No one looks out of place. Because there's a risk. When you have dancers, if your dancers don't fit the vibe, if one of them doesn't fit the mood. For instance, Turkey 2009 Hadisa, there was a male dancer who I felt did not fit the vibe of everyone else. He didn't move as freely. Even his outfit was green, I think. And it didn't seem to work. Every dancer here works. costuming, face, movement. So there is no weak element.
The eye
There's
contact,
no weak element.
they're each a star. They are one collective star, but it's obvious that she is
Mother
the
Earth.
star.
She's Mother Earth, but it's all additive, I guess is what I mean. It's all, they chose well. To cut a very long story short, shout out to the 4 dancers, because everyone has chosen well. And then this shot, the last shot, you see like Jupiter, you see some planet, you see the 2
My
dancers.
very educated mother just served us pizza pie.
You serve Justyna. You see Justyna serving hair, serving violin, serving silhouette. I don't know, this is dynamic. You know what, we said it yesterday, I'll say it again. Song like this, you go all in, and you know what they've done? They've gone all in. And you have to respect that. Now this, for me, hands down, the best photos of the day.
Yep.
Hands down. In any case, that's what we think. What do you think? Which set of photos from day 1 of Eurovision 2025 rehearsals in Basel, Switzerland spoke to you? Let us know here on Wee Wee Blogs.
Don't forget to like, follow, share, subscribe on all of our social media platforms.
And we'll see you later.
Bye!